everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Married at First Sight Unfiltered. I'm Jamie Otis, and tonight I'm joined by Brandon, Zach, and Michael. Brandon and Michael, first time here in Unfiltered. Zach, thank you so much for coming back.
Of course, absolutely.
It's guys' night. Feeling the vibe and the energy, it's good. Are you boys happy to see each other?
Actually, I am.
Yeah? Have you guys like really hit it off and become like, what do you guys call it? Like buddies, I guess?
What were you gonna call it?
I don't, man
friends?
Man friends?
Bromance is actually what I was looking for.
No bromances. There's a healthy respect for one another.
All right, let's get right into your honeymoons. Last week, our couples woke up for the first time in Panama. Let's see how the honeymoon started off for Zach and Mindy. Roll the clip.
Last night, Zach says I'm kind of like forced to have an attraction to somebody and make things work with someone that I don't have a spark with.
I was like shaking, just like thinking I just made a big mistake, and
I got to be the perfect girl on his arm, and that's like what he wants, and I'm like not a perfect girl.
I don't realize that those words that I had they sit and they pierce.
Yeah.
That was not my intention.
Zach, what's it like seeing Mindy so upset there?
So I'm a sucker when it comes to emotion, and like seeing someone hurt, yeah, it's not awesome.
What's going through your mind when she's just breaking down and telling you how she's feeling?
It's interesting to see how it is taken differently, and that she feels lousy from it. She feels like I need the perfect girl, and that's not the context I was trying to put it in.
What was your intention when you told her that you weren't attracted to her?
In the past, I would not have an attraction, and maybe I'd be standoffish in my actions, and I would just be distant and not really explain why, because I didn't want to tell someone I'm not attracted to them.
Right.
So coming into this situation was different. I was going to be very transparent no matter what it felt like, and not just leave it as in like, sorry, this is the end.
Brandon, what did you think about Zach and Mindy's conversation there?
It's like the cart before the horse. I mean, those are the type of things that would have been worked out before we got to our honeymoon. You know, that's a tough combo to have, and I think he handled it very well.
Zach, I don't know if you know from season 1, but I was not attracted to my husband.
I'm Doug.
But I suck it out, and
Right.
I try to keep my mind open, and obviously we are pregnant, and we are so happy.
Congratulations.
So there's hope.
But yeah, hope to say the least. I can see why we were matched. So there's a lot of things that do give me hope to say, like, this can evolve. Right?
There is hope, there really
Right.
is. But okay, moving on. While some couples relaxed and recharged by the pool last week, others were in the deep end. Play the clip.
Where's your hubby at?
Good question.
Really?
Did he sleep in the room with you?
He's in a
Have
separate room.
rooms?
Okay. Are you okay?
I mean, it's a little awkward. You know, we on a honeymoon and my husband's AWOL, but making it through.
Hey!
Oh,
Welcome to the club.
what's up?
Welcome to the party.
So Michael, last night you and Mika had a disagreement. Is there still tension between you two?
I would definitely say there's still tension between us, but not necessarily seeing eye to eye at the moment, and it's definitely putting a strain on the marriage and how we interact.
So Michael, I wanted to ask you about something that happened 2 episodes ago.
I'm pissed because Michael literally gave me an ultimatum and said that if we don't have sex during the honeymoon, then he won't want to be in his marriage.
So we got her side of the story, but I'd love to get your side of the story. Like, what happened?
I think for me, there's just we have a misunderstanding of like the role of the intimacy plays in our marriage. So the conversation got to a point where we just didn't see eye to eye, and I didn't feel comfortable at a certain point. She didn't feel comfortable, and so I removed myself from the situation.
I mean, that's fair enough. Do you think that it's important that you both work through it?
This has been difficult, but we were matched for a reason. I think the experts see something there, and I'm not a quitter, so I do want to see it through.
Brandon and Zach, curious your takes. I mean, it's their honeymoon, and they didn't sleep in the same room. What's it like hearing that?
For me, it's tough when you see a couple not really working out early on, because we all want to continue to be happily married. We
Yeah.
hope that he works through it.
Okay, guys, let's watch what happens next.
Are you guys like starting to see why you guys were matched together?
Yeah, we're both really awkward weirdos.
What about everybody else?
I definitely see like a lot of reasons that we were matched. Like we both have the same face moisturizer. That's crazy.
Face moisturizer.
Yeah. That's it. No, I'm just kidding.
Solid foundation.
Wow.
Zach, is the fact that Mindy says that facial moisturizer is like the first thing that you have in common, is that a little concerning to you?
I applaud her for being lighthearted about it. There are a lot of things we have in common, but it was a funny moment we shared together, and I was happy that she brought it up, and I didn't care.
You said there's a lot of things you guys have in common so far. What are some of those things that you have in common?
So, you know, she's incredibly brilliant when it comes to nutrition and biology and physiology. Art, she loves art, great taste in music. You know, there's a lot of those things where it's hard to gain some ground on those, and we shared a lot of common interests there.
So there's a reason the experts matched you.
100%.
Like you're starting to put it together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, guys, we have to take a short break, but we have some newlywed confrontations to talk about when we return, so don't go anywhere. Hey there, and welcome back to Unfiltered. Tonight, Zach, Brandon, and Michael are giving me the latest on their honeymoons. A milestone for any new couple is their first fight. And last week, Taylor and Brandon reached theirs. Let's watch that back.
Earlier, I got upset with you. I don't know if you remember. You woke me up with the camera in my face, and it kind of put me in a bad place. I had a panic attack. You know, I didn't say anything to you right then and there, but I honestly didn't feel well at all. You know, I don't know if you saw, but I was shaking. It was that bad. Like, it was live.
No, it didn't seem like it was that bad. I mean, you didn't say anything. You didn't look scared. You didn't jump out the bed.
I was breathing pretty deeply. I'm not used to it's been a while since I've had someone in my life. And anytime that I have something going on, I typically just like to retreat.
The fact that you didn't tell me that something bothered you, I went around all day thinking like something's just wrong with you because I don't feel like I did anything. I gave you your space. Who knew that you weren't going to talk to me all day?
I didn't know how to talk to you. And so I just took it upon myself to stay away from you until I knew how to approach you. And then when everything is kind of calm, maybe we can talk about it. And that's what we're doing right now. But I'm sorry how I handled it. You were 100% right. I was being stupid. I should be able to talk to you about anything. And I apologize. Can you forgive me?
Yeah, you want to move closer to me now?
I do. 1,001 times, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Give me some more of those lips.
Ay. All right, Brandon, so you and Taylor got into a tiff when she recorded you sleeping.
Yeah.
What caused you to have a panic attack over that?
I was having a hard time adjusting to, you know, having cameras in my face 24/7. I'm a very private person, and I wake up to her diary cam in my face, and she's recording me.
Can you hear that? That sweet sound of snoring.
That's the sound of being married.
It freaked me out. So I immediately hopped out of bed and I ran all the way to our balcony. I kind of calmed down and we talked for a little bit. She apologized. She told me what happened. And I still wasn't okay.
Are you good, Brandon, or no?
Oh, don't be bad. Don't be mad.
So I went and I sat on the beach by myself for a few hours, and I just kind of just relaxed and shut myself off from the world. And because of that, she got upset with me. So by the time that I had the opportunity to talk to her about it, she didn't want to talk to me at all. She was just like, I don't want to talk. If this is how our marriage is going to be, I don't want to be married to you. That's kind of how it went.
So, okay. After this talk, do you think that Taylor was able to understand where you were coming from?
No, she seemed like she was pretty upset. And
Yeah, but then she
didn't
seemed
really
like-
care about my panic attacks, which is like a big deal. I don't usually go out and blast the fact that I have panic attacks. So it was kind of a big deal for me to let her know that I struggle with them, and to let her know on camera that I struggle with them. And I felt like she was just attacking me.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed like you guys resolved it pretty fast.
I mean, it got resolved, yeah. It got resolved. I apologized. We moved on.
Zach and Michael, I want to bring you guys in on this.
Okay.
What do you think of Brandon spending the whole day away from Taylor?
Everybody handles things differently. Like, you have to give them a moment to kind of collect their thoughts and kind of, you know, get their equilibrium back, and then they're more willing to come talk to you. To his point, there was an opportunity missed with him and Taylor when he talked about his panic attacks. And it kind of just got brushed over. And, you know, again, it's hard for us as men in general to open up and express ourselves in that way. But I think they have something, and I really want to see them get through it. And I think they ended it off well to kind of rebound and come back.
I think so, too. Yeah. Zach, how do you feel?
I'm also a space guy. I need my space, you know, and to Taylor, Brandon's a complete stranger. So if he says he needs space, you have to let him have space.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right, everyone. It's time for another break, but when we return, we're getting into some fun honeymoon moments. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we are back with more Unfiltered. I'm your host, Jamie Otis, and tonight I've been chatting with 3 of the husbands, Zach, Brandon, and Michael. There's nothing quite like having your dirty laundry aired in front of your friends. And Michael, last week, your marital issues with Mika were front and center. Roll the clip.
So what about you guys? How is the relationship progressing?
I feel like I came into this knowing that it would be hard, but I never imagined it would be this hard. It's hard to be with somebody that you don't really feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And you're married to them, so there's nowhere you can go. There's nothing you can really do. And you're tied to this person.
Right.
Everything feels forced. It shouldn't be hard for me to feel a connection or to want to talk. These things are hard for me. And so I don't even know the path. I don't know what the right answer is.
We kind of had to reverse course a little bit, just getting back to basics. Really laying the foundation of friendship.
I mean, I noticed that you didn't have do you still have your ring on, or?
I don't.
Yeah.
It was a representation of something that I did not live up to. It was an expectation that I essentially failed at in a matter of days, which was disappointing. Mm-hmm. So in order to kind of reset for myself personally, I wanted to make sure that, hey, I want to do this the right way. I want to do this organically. I want to be attentive and understand what it means to be your friend first. Yeah. And so then when we're back on a solid playing field from that level, I can rebuild the marriage.
Sheesh. Michael, what's it like talking about such personal things with all the other couples? Do you feel like Mika is oversharing?
Definitely. I think for me, if you do more sharing with the people who are not in your marriage, you're setting up for failure. Everything we do is being done for the first time as a married couple, and we're not in a good place. And so the goal is that through communication and kind of reestablishing ourselves, we can come back from it. But where we were at that time, it was just kind of difficult to see the way forward.
Yeah. All right, Zach, what is the vibe at the dinner table? Because it seems pretty tense.
Yeah, it definitely felt tense. But, you know, going back to his point, Mika has to be very diplomatic when she's explaining their personal struggles to the rest of the table. Mm-hmm. Be careful about how you put that out there, because he's sitting right there, and it's going to make him feel bad, and he's not going to want to communicate.
Brandon, what was it like hearing all of this at dinner?
It was wild. I mean, I want us all to make it through this entire process together, and to hear that my buddy over here in the corner and his wife are having issues, it sucks to hear.
Yeah. All right, guys, we've been talking about some pretty serious stuff, and honeymoons are supposed to be fun. Let's lighten the mood a little and watch Zach and Mindy's adventure last week. Roll the clip.
Hey.
Hey. Hi.
Oh my goodness, the kiddos are so cute. Look at that one little one over there, just chilling in the hammock.
To make one basket can take 15 days.
Wow.
You want to try it?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry if I really messed this up.
Watch your fingers.
I'll try. Where do I get? When I here?
Oh, there you go. You're done.
Like that?
See.
So at this pace, it'd probably take her 100 days to do this.
Way more than that.
That's fine. They'll get it. We'll ship it.
Ahora tiene que apretar.
Hey, nice work.
Nailed it.
Well
Did
done.
one.
105 days.
Really tight.
That's really neat. Nice work, Mindy.
There you go.
All right, Zach, how was it on that adventure with Mindy?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was something wildly different that was actually turned out to be incredibly amazing.
That's awesome. Does this date make you more attracted to Mindy?
You know, physical, not so much, to be honest, but I try not to do too much of equating it to like, okay, does this make me more attracted to her? And just truly take it as a positive step and a really great, memorable moment together.
That's fair enough. It's probably better not to overanalyze.
Exactly.
Brandon and Michael, what's it like seeing Zach and Mindy interact here?
It's good to see them having a good time. I'm happy for them.
I can tell you're so excited for them.
Yeah. This is so good.
How about Michael?
No, it was cool. I mean, like, I think with anything, kind of with, even with our own situations, you have that initial bump in the road and you're able to kind of reconfigure. And they probably had one of the best excursions, so I think that really served as a catalyst for them to
So you're just jealous that you didn't get that excursion. I get
mean,
it.
you know.
Okay, guys, it's time for our last break, but there is an all-new episode of Married at First Sight coming up soon, so stay right where you are. And welcome back to the show. Tonight, I've been getting a deeper look into honeymoons with Zach, Brandon, and Michael. All right, Brandon, you and Taylor have had a rocky start to your marriage, but that didn't stop you from getting romantic, did it?
It didn't.
Play that clip.
It did.
It didn't.
So, working on a surprise for Taylor. Got the bath rolling. Also got a little champagne for the two of us. I want my wife to know that I'm in it to win it. This is the life that she's gotten into. This is gonna happen often. And I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with her.
Hey, babe.
Hello, welcome to the party. How are you feeling, man, over there? You know what it is, bro.
Nice.
Oh, welcome.
So sweet.
Yeah. Just wanted to do something special for you, let you know I appreciate you, and I know we're on this crazy journey, but I would not want anyone else to go through it with me. So thank you. I hope you like this.
This is so sweet.
This is all for you. To the Reeds.
All right, to the Reeds.
To the Reeds. And many more moments just like this.
This is one for the ages.
Thank you so much for doing this for me. It's very sweet and very nice.
Anytime, baby.
I'll give you a real kiss.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
That's all I ever wanted.
That is so sweet. What inspired you to do that for her?
Well, we had a bump in the road and we were able to get past it. And I wanted her to know that I am committed to this and I was sorry and that I want to do something special for her and she could look forward to things like this once we get back stateside.
It looks like you and Taylor are getting a lot more comfortable with each other. Have you guys talked about intimacy at all? Like, have you consummated your marriage?
No, we haven't.
Have you guys gotten to like second base?
Yes.
Second base.
I haven't used bases since I was like.
Yeah, I know. So wait, is second base making out? I think that's just making out.
We're at that.
You're at second base, but have you been to third?
No.
No third base yet.
No third base.
Are you hopeful third base is happening on your honeymoon?
I am hopeful.
Zach, how about you? We saw you and Mindy grow closer last week.
I think at one point we did kiss.
You guys made it to second base then?
Why is that now second base? That was first base.
Oh, so first base is just kiss. So it's just a pack kiss.
Yeah,
not like a
it wasn't
make-out
like
kiss.
anything serious.
All right. Well, you still have time.
Baby bases or whatever you want to call it.
Baby bases.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Michael, at this point, we probably don't have to ask you.
Yeah, no.
This is past.
All right, guys. It's been so nice chatting about your guys' honeymoons, and I cannot wait to see how the rest of them play out on tonight's episode of Married at First Sight. Let's get a sneak peek of what happens next.
Next time on Married at First Sight. Our couples enjoy the final few days of their honeymoon.
Thank you, my best friend, and I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you in Washington, D.C.
Definitely see a good potential moving forward, and I like it.
Bring it in.
Today I feel good. Today I feel optimistic. Good morning. Last night was a significant step forward in our relationship.
Help me figure this out. But it's like...
What do you want me to do?
I know.
Hey, dude, just look at my eyes. Watch it.
Breast implants or something? What do you want me to do?
Put that on my questionnaire. What are you doing?
What does he want from me? I don't know.
There's some things that he says to production that I don't agree with, and he's kind of abrasive and aggressive.
I'm gonna calm down when I'm there watching it.
Well, tonight's episode definitely looks intense.
All right.
I cannot wait to see how the rest of your guys' honeymoons go. Zach, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Absolutely.
Brandon and Michael, thank you for coming for your very first time on Unfiltered.
I know.
How was it? You guys like it?
It was
Fun,
amazing.
yeah.
It's a good time, right?
Yeah.
I'm a good time. What can I say?
You are. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. I'm Jamie Otis, and to our viewers at home, don't you go anywhere because an all-new episode of Married at First Sight starts right now.